Hey there, everybody. It's Miss Tracy of Miss Tracy Creates, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. We're going to have a fun craft and chat, and this is going to be a really, really nice one for those of you that maybe you've been, you're a little interested in, what is this that everybody's doing with napkins, with paper decorative napkins. So I'm going to show you today just how easy and fun it is to transform something with napkin art. And so come on in and say hi. Let me know that you're here. I am going live on Facebook, on my Facebook page here at Miss Tracy Creates. I'm also going live over on my YouTube channel. So hey to all my YouTubers. And then I'm attempting to go live on Instagram for the first time, but I'm not sure it's working. So I may have to practice on that one. I think there's one more step I might have missed. But anyway, I'm happy to be here with you today. So I think you're really going to love this project. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Good morning. Yes, if you're new to my page, I do craft and chat every Friday at 11 a.m. Central. I'm here in Texas, so my times are Central here. And I want to show you what I'm going to be making today. Okay, you guys ready? Are you in a crafty mood? Let me know. Are you in a crafty mood out there? I hope that you are. Okay. I know. I was able to wear a cute blouse today. Thank you for noticing, Lori, because this project is that easy. I don't have to paint. I don't have to do really anything. I am using Mod Podge, but I don't have to do anything super messy. So yes, I think you're going to like it. All right, so this is the project I'm going to be working on today. You guys, this is my newest DIY decor kit. And honestly, I was very tempted to call this an intro to napkin art kit because this is just a super fun project for anybody that has never, ever, ever touched a napkin. Well, you probably have touched napkins, but not worked with them in a creative way, in a crafty way. So I'm going to show you how to do this today. We are selling this as a kit. And my team member, Susan Lyles, is over in the chat. So she'll be posting some links and things if you're interested in getting these, especially our newbies out there that want to learn. This would be a great surface project to learn on. So this is an adorable cutting board. Look how cute it is. It's so cute. And I want you to see that I've done this beautiful kind of floral napkin on this side. It has poppies on it. It has some blue flowers on it. It definitely has a little bit of a red, white, and blue kind of feel with a little touch of yellow in here as well. So I was like, oh, this would be so cute for summer, right? This just looks so cute for summer. So in the process of making this, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it reversible. I'm going to do something on the back of this adorable cutting board. Okay, it's so cute. So I decided to make I would just have the bow tied on. Actually, I think I've got it loose enough that I can just flip this around. I'm going to flip the bow around so the bow looks good with both sides. I'm just going to flip it around. And on this side, I have strawberries. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. I have my strawberries here. So super cute, reversible, kind of summer themed cutting board. So cute. This is meant to just be decorative. It's just decorative and fun, but I love actually creating on both sides of this. Okay. Isn't it cute? I know. It's such a fun project. So we did kit these up. And when you get your kit, it's going to look like this. It says Reversible Summer Cutting Board. It's a DIY decor kit. So you can see there is the cutting board. It really is. It's a nice cutting board. And look, it's already painted and distressed for you. I love it when I can find a surface like that. So just really cute. And then inside your kit, let me show you what's inside here. You're going to have a couple of napkins here. Okay, that's the patriotic kind of poppies. summer poppies, and then the strawberries. And you're getting actually two images because, you know, sometimes if you have an oopsie, or maybe you want to get an extra cutting board, you know, I don't know, you can buy an extra full kit, or if you want just to get an extra cutting board, we are selling the cutting boards by themselves as well. And then also in the kit, you're going to have this super cute ribbon. I love this ribbon. I know the people and my members in my groups want me to start carrying this ribbon. I love it. So it looks like it's kind of canvas, but it's got that torn kind of frayed edge and these pretty little red dots on it. I mean, who doesn't like polka dots for summer? Like, that's just so cute. I like polka dots all the time. You're also going to get a piece of red and white baker's twine. That way you can, we're going to tie the bow together. We'll be able to tie it on, and then you can just flip it on the project. And then a little button, a little red button, that's just to go in the center of the bow, because it just needs a little pop, right? It just needs a little something. Yes, they really are cute. And think about, like, you know, when I think about projects like this that are so cute, this kit is $15. And then I'm going to tell you what else you need, which is a very short list when we're making these. But this would be such a cute gift, right? It's a great size. It's just a cute gift. Everybody would have room for this. They could just sit it on a little easel or hang it. It has the little leather strap hanger here. So just really, really cute. Yes, a lot of you have placed your orders already. So thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to work with this one because I had already opened this one up. So what else will you need when you're creating this adorable reversible summer cutting board? So I do want to show you. I'm just going to show you, I'll show you this one, then I'll show you another one. They all are going to look a little bit different, just depending on the wood, the part of the wood that was cut for these. And like I said, they're already painted and kind of sanded and distressed. And that is going to look amazing because our napkin art, our napkin tissue is so thin, we're going to be able to see all this wonderful distress. It's going to look like our artwork is actually a part of this cutting board. Okay. Almost like somebody hand painted it. And I love that because I don't want to have to hand paint these beautiful poppies. And that's why I really think napkin art is such easy art, right? It's such easy art. Okay. So the other things you're going to need, we're not going to need any paint, no paint for this one. We are going to need some Mod Podge. And for wood surfaces like this, I really like to use Mod Podge matte for that. It's the yellow label. It's gorgeous and it works beautifully with your napkin tissue, your napkin art. One of the things I'm going to tell you to stay away from, just so you know, I want to show you good things to do, but I also want to steer you away from problems, right? When you're crafting, we don't like problems when we're crafting, right? Right? Absolutely. So I really want you guys to stay away from the glossy Mod Podge. I think it's like an orangey reddish label. Stay away from that because when you use that, the glossy Mod Podge, what happens is something about whatever's in it, even when it's been sitting for a month, right? I can still come and feel of it and it still has kind of a sticky feel, right? Kind of has kind of a sticky feel. It can, like dust and things, like things just kind of have a tendency to stick to it because it always has this little bit of a sticky, tacky feel, even after a month of it being dry, right? So I really gravitate towards Mod Podge matte. It has more of a kind of a satiny, smooth finish, and it does not feel sticky once it's dry. Okay, so just want to remind you of that. So I am going to be using a little bit of Mod Podge today. I have a little piece of sandpaper here. If you have like you could even use an emery board, a little sanding file, a sanding block. I'm just going to use a little piece of sandpaper. And that's just going to be to sand off the edges of the tissue, part of the napkin. Super easy. And yeah, it's going to be real easy because it's so thin. You'll need a paintbrush for your Mod Podge. And then I am also going to be using these. So this is another, gosh, this is a game changer, really, right? I mean, those of you out there watching that do napkin art with me, you know, these are actually deli bakery plastic sheets. You can get them on Amazon. They are the bomb. They are awesome for smoothing your napkins. You get much better results when you use something like this on a smooth surface. And I'll be showing you how here in just a second. But if you can't, if you can't get your hands on something like this, okay, I'm going to show you the next best thing. All right. So some of you that are brand new, if you order this kit today and you're like, well, I don't have this, I don't know how to use this. Quite honestly, the second best, like if I'm in a pinch and I'm out of those and like my delivery hasn't come yet, you can actually cut up the plastic bag that your kit came in and use like just a piece of this plastic bag in place of that deli bakery sheet. I really, really love these. This is my first choice, but again, in a pinch, right? This will work. Okay, just cut a piece of that off and you can use that as well. All right. Okay, Lynn. Oh, Susan's on it. All right, Susan's on it. She's taking care of y'all over there. Thank you, Janet. Janet says she loves the Napkin Club. We all do. We love the Napkin Club. So basically, what I'm bringing you today really is an intro project to napkin art. So easy. But the thing that I love about this is a beginner is going to love this project. A seasoned crafter is going to love this project too because it's quick, easy, and cute. Okay? A perfect little something type craft. And that's what I call anything that I consider a little something craft, like great for gifting or just a fun thing that you know, everybody has room for a little something, right? Place to display a little something. So my 3 qualifications for a little something is it has to be quick, it has to be cute, and it has to be easy. I want something that's simple and easy to make. Okay. So this qualifies. The reversible, summer themed reversible cutting board definitely qualifies for that. Okay. Yes. Quick, easy, and cute. I like that. Yeah. Cute, QEC, right? Yeah. Quick, easy, cute. That's the perfect definition of a little something project. A little something craft, something that you can easily make for yourself and easily make for others, right? So cute. Okay. You guys ready to get started? Yeah, it could be a zipper plastic bag, a sandwich bag. Yeah, Ada, for sure. But since you just got your kit in this bag, you might as well, you know, repurpose that and use that. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and get started. We can keep chatting while we're crafting, but I'm going to take my napkin and I'm going to put a little bit of my Mod Podge into this little tart tin here. That way I'm ready to go. So this again is Mod Podge matte. And when you're ready to start playing with your napkins, I've already cut this one in half. So this is 1 square. You're actually getting 2 squares of each. We cut them apart. So you're basically getting 4 squares of a napkin, 2 of the strawberries and 2 of the summer poppies. Okay. All right. So a couple different ways you can remove your tissue plies. Okay. And again, this is for our newbies out there. I do the lick and stick method because it's fast and it's easy. And I have my fingers right here. And they're my fingers. And I washed my hands. And I press together. And do you see what happens? Yeah, it just kind of sticks. I can pull up that ply. Both of these napkins are 3-ply, which means you need to take off 2 plies. The reason we're doing that is because if we go try to decoupage this napkin on without removing the plies, the top layer, the top part of the napkin is going to immediately try to lift off. It's going to get bubbly. It's going to get, ugh, it's going to get not good. Okay. I don't want you to have that crafty problem. So make sure you remove the plies. So 2 plies need to come off. You're just going to use the top tissue. Now, if your spit isn't as sticky as mine, and I've been told that by multiple people, this is the other thing that you can do is just put a tiny little drop of Mod Podge on your finger. You don't need much at all, okay? And then just press it together to where it feels sticky, not gluey, but just kind of sticky. And then same thing. You can just come over here and take this off. And sometimes you're lucky, like, look, I got lucky on this one. Because both my plies, see those two, both my plies are coming off at the same time. So that's great. All right, let's do the summer poppies first. All right, we're going to do this side first. Let me show you how perfect these cutting boards are for the luncheon size napkins. Look, they are the perfect size. There's a little overlap here. There's a little overlap here. That's the part we'll be sanding off. I also don't really like straight edges like this. Okay, I don't really care for straight edges. So I'm going to take my scissors. I think I have my little scissors here. Okay, that's okay. I have my big scissors. And I'm just going to kind of make this kind of curvy. Just, you don't have to fussy cut. You don't have to fussy cut with this. But again, I just don't like that straight line. So even if you do something like that, very, very easy to do. Okay, so now I'm going to just apply my Mod Podge onto one side of my adorable distressed cutting board here. They're just so cute. And you want to apply a healthy coat of Mod Podge on this. What's a healthy coat? You want to make sure it all looks really nice and wet. You can look at it in the light, just kind of like, you know, kind of angle like this, just to make sure you haven't missed any spots. And you guys, I'm going to tell you to just go ahead and, you know, you can cover the whole thing. It's hard to know exactly where the napkin's going to end or start. I'm just going to kind of line mine up with the bottom. Okay. So we're good there. So now I'm going to just, again, line this up with the bottom edge. I really like, there's a couple ladybugs on this napkin. There's one here and there's one here. So I would tell you to make sure that you capture this little ladybug here on the side. I'll show that to you in just a second. And then just a gentle tap, right? Just kind of a gentle tap down in place. So let me show you what that looks like right now. All right. I haven't smoothed it yet. I know you're going to be tempted to smooth with your hand, but don't do it. Okay. Don't smooth anything till you put your piece of plastic wrap on. And then I usually do like 3 fingers, this fatty part of your fingers right here, and just start smoothing in the center. And I like to kind of just go around in a circle and then start going off the edges. So we're just smoothing. And by having this plastic wrap on here, this plastic sheet, and again, I'm using a deli bakery plastic sheet. Oh, it's beautiful. The reason I love these is they're thin. They also don't cling. It's not, you know how like a lot of plastic wrap is like cling wrap, it sticks to itself. So these are nice and thin, so you can really get a lot of pressure and really work that napkin tissue into all these kind of these little grooves of the wood, the grain of the wood. All right, this looks great. So after smoothing it, I think you can tell do you see it? It's very smooth. We don't see any, you know, kind of, We don't see what we saw when I first held it up, right? Now I'm just going to real carefully just kind of peel this back off. And I want you to look at that. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Now we are going to top coat this, because by putting on a top coat of our Mod Podge, it's actually going to make the napkin even more transparent. And that's what we want. We want this tissue to be, this tissue of the napkin, we want it to be really super transparent. So it really truly looks like, you know, these poppies, these flowers were hand painted right onto the wood. Okay. Yes. Isn't that great? Oh, hey, Leanne's in the comments today too. Okay, Leanne is also out there in the comments. She's my community manager in the Napkin Club, and Susan Laws is our customer service manager. So yeah, so glad to have both of you here in the comments helping today. So the next thing I'm going to do is I need to sand off the excess part of the napkin. Now, because I'm live with you, I want to be a good steward of your time. So I'm going to use my heat tool for this, and I need to dry. I'm just going to dry this part, the top here. You don't want to sand off the sides of a napkin, the edges, you know, the overlap. You don't want to ever sand that while the napkin is still wet, because when our napkin art is wet, it's at its most fragile and it could tear or pull. Okay, so I'm just going to dry this right quick. If you have a heat tool at home, these are so handy for crafting. Speeds up that drying time. You could even use a blow dryer in if you wanted to. Okay, so now just very simply here, I'm going to take my sandpaper and I'm just sanding off the edge. Now I lined it up at the bottom, so really it's just the sides that need sanding. Now, as I mentioned, we always need to protect our napkin art, right? So this will be getting a top coat, but because I'm going to do this as reversible, right? I'm going to do the strawberries on the reverse side. I'm not going to put my top coat on this just yet. I'd rather go ahead and get everything done on this side, and then, you know, I can put the top coat on at the end and just set it aside and let that dry. So I am on I'm on a craft mat right here. And you do want to make sure that this is totally dry before you set this down, or maybe set it on a piece of parchment paper or something so that you don't, you know, nothing sticks to this, because we don't have this sealed yet. Mine is dry because I used my heat tool. Okay, isn't it beautiful? I'd love seeing the wood grain and all the distress showing through. Oh, I just think it's amazing. And I absolutely adore this napkin. I love the summer poppies. So cute. Okay. So now we're going to turn this over. We're going to do the same thing on the back side. Okay. Same exact thing on the back side. I know I'm sitting down with you guys today. Normally I'm over at my other crafting area here in my studio, and I'm standing up. So yeah, I decided to sit today. I wanted to be comfortable. Actually, that's only partially true. Basically, this table was cleaner than my other craft table, and I have some projects in process. I didn't want to have to move it all, but I also wanted to sit. So it was a win-win. All right. So again, I'm just gonna kind of cut the whole thing. I don't like to see stops and starts, and that's also true of when we seal this. I don't want to see any stops and starts. So I just seal the whole top, right? Okay, so now we're going to go for the strawberries. And again, I'm kind of lining this up with the bottom edge of the cutting board. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's just the perfect size. So cute. All right, so little taps just to kind of keep things in place. I'm going to show it to you again. at this stage? Do you see little taps? You see wrinkles? You see bubbles, you know, because I haven't smoothed anything yet. That's what it will look like before the plastic wrap. Now I'm going to use a new sheet of plastic wrap here. You can reuse these, but Mod Podge comes through on these after you press down, you know, after you're kind of burnishing your project. So you never want to use one of these if it has wet Mod Podge on it, because it'll pull your napkin off. Okay, so another little piece of advice there so that you don't have a craft problem. Okay, you don't have a oopsie. All right, so I just lay that down, and again, my 3 fingers here, starting in the center, always start in the center, and then start moving out to the outer edges. And you will have a beautiful smooth. This is great for smooth surfaces. We have another technique for surfaces that are rough or have a lot of texture. But for this one, and this one, I didn't cut along the leaves at the top. I really don't think it's going to matter. The white of the napkin generally just kind of floats away, just kind of disappears into the surface. So I'll show you this so you can see the difference. All right, I think we're good. Going to carefully peel this back off. Okay, the reason I like to cut, remember how I kind of cut along, not the straight line, on the poppy side? I didn't cut this one. And do you see how I can kind of see, right? I don't like that straight line. When it's not a straight line, it's not as obvious where that napkin ends. But I will tell you this, when we put our top coat on, it's going to help to make the napkin even more transparent. And in the end, you're not going to notice that. You're not going to see that. But I just wanted you to see why sometimes I like to kind of go in and cut away some of the excess of the napkin. Okay. Thank you, guys. Did you order? Thank you, Yvonne. I know they're the perfect size. They're the perfect size for our napkin art. Thank you for saying they're cute. Yeah. Yes. Our team has been shipping them. We released them Wednesday. And yep, it's been keeping our warehouse team busy back there, packaging and shipping. We have plenty though, don't worry, we have plenty. Okay, when you're drying your project, like I noticed right down here, if you see, here I'll show you because I want you to see. All right, I noticed that do you see how my napkin's kind of lifting up? So I clearly did not get enough Mod Podge right along that bottom edge. It's not a deal breaker. It's easy fix. I'm just going to go back in with my Mod Podge down here on this bottom edge. That's why it's important to kind of hold it up in the light. Make sure that you can really see that everything is covered. Okay, I'm just going to go back to my plastic wrap. And we're going to push that down. Very easy fix. Perfect. Okay. And sometimes you just don't notice that till you start drying the project or as the project dries. So just know that it's just a real easy way to go in and just touch it up. So again, I'm going to dry. I'm going to dry this up. Now, I would love for you guys, while I'm crafting today, if there's somebody out there, okay, if you have a friend, a family member, if there's somebody out there that you think would want to learn napkin art with you, I'd love for you to sprinkle this out and send this craft and chat video to your friends and family. And if you do, it actually shows me. I can actually look and see who has sprinkled it out. Okay. My team members can put in the actual word for that in the comments. But I thought it would be fun today if I'm going to let the video run for a while. We'll have, because people can come in and watch the replay. But whoever sprinkles this out, I'm going to actually go in and put you guys' names in a drawing, and I will post a winner for one of these kits tonight at 7 p.m. Okay, I'll post on my page who the gift away winner is, and we will send you a reversible cutting board kit. Okay, does that sound like fun? Who wants to win? Of course, we all want to win. Okay, so I'm going to, again, just sand off the edges here. As you can see, super fast project. So quick and so easy. And now I want you to look. Do you see the difference by using the plastic wrap? Oh my goodness, it looks so good because it's nice and thin and it really pushes the tissue down into the wood grain. It's beautiful, right? Here's the strawberry side. Here's our poppy side. So pretty. Thank you guys. I appreciate you doing that. That's a great way for us to get out the word about napkin art. I want everybody to just see how fun and easy it is to create and transform and make things beautiful and just have fun while you're doing it, right? So I'm going to take my Mod Podge now, and I'm going to do just a nice thin top coat. We have to protect this tissue. Remember, it is just the top tissue of a napkin. This is going to seal it. It's also going to help make the napkin even more transparent. And then on today's project, I'm not doing anything else to it. I'm not adding pen work. This is going to be it when this is dry. And then we're going to do a little bit of embellishing with the ribbon. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. I'm just going to kind of hold this at the top. But if you did want to add some pen work, and pen work is where you just kind of, you go in and you take, I usually use Pitt pens for this. Like maybe if I want to do some little doodle detailing around the white flowers on the strawberry side, right? I could do that. But this one, I just don't think it needs any of that. I love seeing the beautiful wood grain, this kind of white with the distress coming out through the napkin. I just don't think it needs any pen work. I think it's beautiful just like it is. So again, just kind of, we're going to make sure this is all covered because you just want everything to feel, you don't want to see any stops and starts. So this is going to be kind of milky looking at first while the Mod Podge dries. So I'm going to just prop it over here. I'm propping it against something on my table. So while it's drying, I want to talk to you about the bow. Okay. I know, such a fun, easy project. That's the beauty of napkin art. It's quick, easy, and cute. Easy art, right? Easy art. And I think you can see this has been sealed. So I think it's easy for you to see that finish is smooth, it's soft. It's not sticky like glossy Mod Podges. Just don't use it. Just don't use it. Use the matte, which is the yellow label. Okay. And yeah, there are best practices for different types of surfaces with napkin art. And that's something that I teach in my napkin club. I actually have a napkin club where I ship out a variety of napkins every month to our members. A lot of the napkins now are actually designed by me. I started designing some of my own, which is great because as a crafter, sometimes you want to craft with certain images that you can't necessarily find on napkins at the store. So I send those out to everybody once a month. And then we have a private Facebook group. That's kind of our private hangout for our napkin family is what I call them. And we all create together. I go live in that group every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And I show them different projects, different techniques that they can do with the napkins that I've sent them. Also, we started something called Inspiration Fridays, where I post another inspiration piece made from the bundle. So if you're in the Napkin Club today, remember that's new. Make sure and watch. That will post at 2 o'clock today. Okay, so let's make our bow. All right. But I'd love for you to join us if this is intriguing to you and you're like, I this is pretty cool. Like, I want to be a part of this. We have a fabulous community, and we have some spots open right now. We actually just shipped out this week our June bundle, which is called Sunny Day Adventures. We just shipped that out to our members, and we've got a few extras. So come join us. When they're gone, they're gone. The spots will be filled. And then, yes. So don't miss out. If you want to come and join us, we'd love to have you. Okay. So what we're going to do now, turn that on, is I'm going to show you how to make the easiest bow ever. Okay. Now I'm going to use the ribbon that's in the kit. I love it. This canvas kind of torn edge look. I love the fray. Love the red dots. It looks so cute with both sides of the cutting board. Really, really, really cute. Okay. So what I'm going to do to make this is you're going to need the twine here. Okay. And you're going to need the ribbon. So, remember, I know some of you are going to think, oh, I need to wrap this around the handle. Remember, we want the bow to flip. Okay. So the bow is not going to be glued on. All right. This is no glue on this for the bow. We're going to tie it on with our twine. So that way we can easily, when we want to reverse to the other side, we want the other side of the cutting board showing, we can easily do that. Okay, so this is the bow we're going to make. I want you to simply crisscross the tails. Do you see how it looks like a tribute ribbon? Okay, we're crisscrossing the tails just like that. Looks like a tribute ribbon. And I'm going to take, my fingers are at the top right here. And where the ribbon crisscrosses down here, I'm going to bring this to the back of that and just scrunch it all up. And sometimes I use a clothespin just to hold this in place for me, but really super easy. Okay, you see that? Okay. All right, let's do it again. Tribute ribbon. This part where it crisscrosses, that's going to be the center of the bow. This will be the tails of the bow. This makes the loops, and you're literally just bringing it back behind where it crisscrosses and then scrunching it up. Literally just scrunching it up, just like that. Okay. It's great for ribbon that's wider because you don't get that big chunky knot in the middle. And then I'm going to use my twine here. Let me lay this down. I'm going to use my twine here. I don't have my clothespin over here at this table. And I'm going to tie it off in the middle. So if it's hard for you to hold it, just grab a clothespin. Do you have clothespins in your crafty stash? So nice. Such an easy trick. And then I'm just going to tie off a double knot. So you can't make a bow easier than that. It's one of my favorite bows to make, especially with wider ribbon, right? Super cute, super easy. So now then, the twine here, and you can pull the twine. I like to pull the twine between the tail and the loop. So let me do that really quick. I don't guess it really matters. Okay, so I kind of pulled the twine in between the loop and the tail right here. So now it's at the back, right? It's at the back. And then I can just tie it onto the handle, and I'll have a cute little bow on this side I'll just make a cute little bow. It's still drying, but I'll show you that in just a second. But I always think bows like this, they need a center. They need something cute in the center. That's what we put the little red button in the kit for you. That's why we put the button in the kit for you. And there's red on both sides, right? The red summer poppies and the red strawberries. So this ribbon is perfect for that. I'm just going to use a little dot of hot glue and pop my button right in the center. So cute, easy, quick. I'm going to go ahead and dry my Mod Podge. Let's go ahead and get this totally dry. I want you to see this after it's dry too, because again, you really cannot see where, you know, it really blends in. Anything that's white on the napkin really blends into the background. Feel this. Okay, this side's dry. Let's do this side. See a little bit of napkin fuzz right there. Yeah. I know, it's really cute ribbon, isn't it? All right. Okay, I think that's probably good. Oops. Okay, so again, I'm going to show this up to you up close. You don't see the white part of the napkin at all, right? I love it. I love it. So this is our summer poppies side. See the cute little ladybugs? And then this is our strawberries side. So I think it just looks amazing. Let me hold it up closer again. Really close so you can really see through that napkin tissue. So yummy. So now all I have to do is take my bow. I'm going to have it showing on this one side. Lay it down. And I'm just going to tie it on. I'm just going to tie just a cute little bow over here. That way, if depending on where you put this, if it is showing on both sides, you know, it's still going to look cute. I'm going to tie a couple little knots in the bottom of the tails of the baker's twine. And you can trim that if you need to or want to. And now our bow is on our project. If you want to trim the tails of the bow, you can do that as well. You can also do this with this ribbon. So this tail's a little long. I'm going to trim off a little bit of it. But because of the material used for this ribbon, you can come in and pull threads out at the bottom if you want it to look kind of frayed on the bottom edge as well. So I'm just pulling out some threads. Really cute. So I'll show you on this one. Do you see? Just pulling out some of those threads, it makes it nice and frayed on the bottom edge. And you could do a cute, you know, if you want to do like a little flag cut or dovetail cut, you could do that too. And then we have our pretty bow, right? Isn't that cute? Super, super easy. The back is just a bow with the twine, right? So that way, when I want to switch around to my summer strawberries, sometimes I don't even have to untie the bow. I can just flip it around. Flip it around to my strawberry side. Super easy, super cute. Reversible summer themed reversible cutting board. Perfect project for a beginner napkin art person. perfect project for a seasoned crafter that loves napkin art. I mean, to me, it is just a win-win all over. A great little something. It's quick, it's cute, and it's easy. Something you can make multiples of for gifts, things like that. Think about different seasons, different holidays. Oh, be such a cute, fun surface to create with. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Let me hold up the other sample here. I'm going to flip this one back around to this side, and I'll hold up both of these at the same time. And you can just see how adorable they are. Aren't they fun? Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you, girls. Thank you so much for placing your orders. We're getting the kits out there ready to go. We're shipping them to you immediately. And if you have questions along the way, definitely you can reach out to me. I'm happy to answer your questions. I want your projects to turn out fabulous every single time. Okay. I love teaching different techniques, different things. If you do get the kit and you're like, wow, I really love this, you might want to consider coming and joining us in the Napkin Club, because I can teach you so much more. Okay. Yes. Aren't they cute? Such a fun summer project. And again, reversible, right? Super fun. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you guys have a wonderful crafty weekend. Take some time to get creative. If you're new to me, make sure you're following me here on my Facebook page, or go and check out my YouTube channel or Instagram. Also, remember to pop back in tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm going to post the winner. And one winner is going to get my reversible cutting board kit. Okay. All right. And that's for all of you that sprinkled this out to some of your crafty family and friends. We'll throw your name into a drawing, and I'll announce the winner 7 p.m. Central tonight. Okay. Yes. Thank you again for watching. Thank you. I hope y'all have a fabulous Friday. I know. Be cautious. It is, I'm not superstitious, but it is Friday the 13th. So you guys take care and keep creating. Bye, y'all.